Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you move now? Yes, I can. So you can get this movement up back of a can. Put the big Robin World and the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn World.
You're now listening to the Brothers of the Five. At shooting guard, it's your boy, Killer Cam. At small forward, it's Reggie Love. At point guard, C Major. At power forward, Al B. And at center, Mr. Noise, Lloyd Spence. And now, the Brothers of the Five. After one quarter of Game 5 Eastern Conference basketball, it is the Milwaukee Bucks with 28 points. It is the Boston Celtics with 26 points. And it is a highly competitive game in a pivotal Game 5 atmosphere at the TD Gardens. That's right. It's always going to be about the 17, though. Shout out to Winning Time. Shout out to Winning Time. We're glad to be here with you. It's the Five. The Brothers of the Five are here. Ready to get into some stuff tonight. We got a lot to talk about as we go forward here tonight. But I think we have to start in one of the most odd places that I never thought we'd be starting here on the Five. I never thought we'd be starting with Derby stuff. I mean, even though I am a Louisville man, but Derby is not where I thought we'd be starting. But I got to tell you something. Watched the Derby for the last 30, 40 years. I ain't never seen nothing like what I just watched on the Derby. Never. That was bananas. And for those of you who have been sitting under a rock somewhere and didn't see it, an 80-1 horse who is the definition of a day late and a dollar short is the definition of a long shot, won the Kentucky Derby in unbelievable fashion. And here's what makes it interesting to me. If you watch the race like I did in real time, you saw him win and you're like, huh? How did that happen? But then when you watch the replay of what he did to win, you were like, okay, what did I just see? It was an unbelievable presentation by an unlikely candidate. And here's how unlikely the candidate is. The jockey, Sonny Leon, who rode this beautiful beast, Rich Strike, to a Derby win, suspended this week from horse racing, not allowed to race because of one of a many line infractions. Apparently, this guy is a habitual line stepper. But it just all the stars aligned and everything came to be.
Yeah, but be fair about Leon though, man. He got suspended 4 days. I love the way horse racing does this, by the way. He got suspended 8 days, but told him up front, we'll reduce that to 4 if you don't appeal. And so, okay, I'll take the 4. But he's been suspended 5 times since September for what they call careless riding, right? And I would equivalent that to the way Draymond Green plays basketball, and we all love the way Draymond Green plays basketball, right?
So he just takes the risk that nobody else is willing to take. Which, by the way,
he's taking a risk that says I can win the Kentucky Derby and do this on an 80-1 long shot, pick up $2 million for the owners on a $30,000 horse investment, and they'll suspend me 4 days. Okay.
Well, listen, I got you getting no arguments out of me because I'm gonna tell you something. It wasn't watching him win the race the way that he did was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in any sport. It is very rare. Now here's the equivalent to piggyback on what Jesse just said. Here's the equivalent of what we're talking about. It is very rare for a player or a jockey or a golfer or whatever to see the window of opportunity that you must make a decision and do that thing you just saw because it's a small window. And then they do it to perfection. Watching him make the move that he made in that race, they were nothing short of a perfect moment. Because, I mean, everything that you're supposed to do, everything that you have to do, every quick window that opened up and closed, he took advantage of it. He didn't hesitate. So that was one of the most damn impressive things I've ever seen, if I have to say. I got to give that dude all the props.
No, it was definitely impressive. We need to look into the movie rights, too. Look into the movie rights to see what we can
always
do
look at the movie rights.
Yeah, but it was definitely impressive. The temperament after the horse, though, that's kind of surprised me as far as the horse attacking the I forgot what they call it after the race. I don't know, but the horse is going biting the guider horse or whatever.
Well, because he was I think he felt like he was talking trash about him before the race. He was like, "See, I told you about that." Like, well, I don't know what happened. It was weird that he was biting him and everything. That was, and what was even weirder is that NBC couldn't cut away from it because that was the Derby winner. They were like, what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah.
Show the bites. I mean, what are we talking about right now?
The real story, I think, coming out of the Derby is, Rich Strike's trainer, Eric Reed, right, is getting pummeled for a tweet that he sent back in January when someone was asked, about Camilla Harris, what are her qualifications? And
oh, goodness.
Daddy Rabbit 1964, whose avatar, right, is the most interesting man in the world.
Okay.
And whose private account, but whose bio reads horse trainer and Reagan conservative.
Okay.
Is getting killed. So Daddy Rabbit 1964 might need to be careful.
Well, here's the problem with winning. And you referenced this guy, the owner, and we referenced Sonny Leone. Winning in any sport exposes you for what you have been. That's just how it works. So now journalists are going to do the deep dive. They're going to, oh man, he had a racial tweet in 1961. That's just that's what happens. And you move to a bigger market or a bigger platform, you move into more eyeballs on your situation. But listen, it doesn't take away from the actual race itself. It was, again, I thought one of the most impressive things I'd ever seen in my life. And I shout out to Rich Strike for getting it done. I mean, 80-1. And shout out to those who woke up early that morning when it was 99-1 and said, I'm betting right now. Because those are the real MVPs.
Was it in the top 3 of your viewing of that? Or
of the Derby? Oh, yeah, for sure. Maybe number 1. Like, I don't I don't know of anything that I've watched at the Derby. I mean, I can go back to Winning Colors. I can go back to Unbridled. Those were impressive wins, but I've never seen anybody do what he did. Like that was he shouldn't have won. If we're being honest, I don't know how he won. Like everything in a race where everything had to go perfect, and you take advantage of that perfection. To see somebody actually do it, it doesn't happen. Like it just doesn't happen. And so that was incredible to me. It was really incredible. So, but yeah, it's probably my top. It's definitely my top 3 for sure. But maybe no. It may. I mean, I may have a recency bias, but it maybe.
Well, the other thing is there's no parity in horse racing, right? So
No.
it's not like okay, I didn't do good this year, so I can come back next year and the year after and the year after, and I can establish a legacy and I can learn the track and I can, you know what I mean, handle all the everything that goes on with the Derby. It's for 2 and 3 year olds, right? So like if you're lucky, you get 2 shots at it, but the birthday's got to be in the right spot.
Right.
And then even then you got to be one of the top 12 horses and at that length and on that track. And so it's just there's the chances are so much more random, right? For that to be able to happen, because it literally has to be an unknown. It has to be like an amateur playing their way into the U.S. Open and winning it.
And then the other thing is there's no formula for the Derby. There's no formula for it. Like you can Bob Baffert is trained there forever. And it took him forever to crack the code. And even then he hadn't really cracked it. There's no formula. You don't know how to go win the Derby. How do you win the Derby?
There might be a formula now, right? Like have the fastest horse and hang out till you see a path and then take it. Like
how many people have tried that formula though? I mean, it sounds good. Listen, it definitely worked, but I don't know. That was an unbelievable race. I'm super impressed by what he did. So I just definitely wanted to give him some shine. Give Rich Strike some shine for that race. That was incredible. We can jump into number one though for sure. Question number 1 is ready to rock and roll. We're still on the east side, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, Boston is up 37-34 with 7 minutes to go in the second. A very highly competitive game. Shots are being made tonight, which is interesting. And so I'm curious to see where this is all going. Since we're at Boston and they're playing right now, who do you guys have winning this one? And what are your thoughts about the last one?
I think I have Boston winning this one because of the role players. Role players always play great at home. So I feel like if Jason Tatum can get going and, if Horford can do what he did, similar to last game and, Brown can get going, I feel like they have a good chance of, knocking them off tonight. So I feel like the role players would definitely, be comfortable tonight since they're playing at home.
Okay. Well, there are 2 people on the screen that were at the last game, and then 2 people that weren't. The 2 people that were are on the same side. I'll let you the 5 Nation guess which side is which.
First of all, if 2 people on the screen was there, the entire 5 was there. You heard me?
Talk about it.
There you go.
Well, how was the game? What were your thoughts walking away from the game, and then what are your thoughts for this game?
I'll start. I'll let Jesse in with it since it's his team. It was a hell of an experience, I'll tell you that. I've never been in Milwaukee. Look here, man. Giannis has built something up there, boy. Them fans, them fans are like they got 7 championships, man. And, it was very exciting. The atmosphere was good. But just seeing Giannis play. Dirk is my guy, but Giannis is the best international player that ever come to the NBA, man.
Wow.
What he does is incredible. I looked at Jesse at one point. I said, how do we got 20 already? Like, I didn't even see that. Like, Where the points come from? Like it's just so effortless, and you know the guy can't shoot, and you still can't stop him. Like that's a problem. So and then just to see the way the Celtics battle back. Tatum had Tatum had one of the most horrible game I've ever seen him play, and that's including college. And I kept telling Jesse like 6 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, I said, "No, it's Tatum time though. This is where the superstars become the superstars, right?"
Right.
But it was just a good atmosphere. It's just Smart. It's just he wowed me every time I see him play now. The more I see him play, the more I'll get wowed. But
I'm a big Marcus Smart guy. I'm a big Marcus. Yeah.
So I got a question though. As far as for Tatum to take that superstar next level, does he have to get out of this round, or can he still lose and still be?
No, because Tatum's already been to 3 Eastern Conference Finals, right? Tatum's already been a 1 seed out of the East. Like, I think to be a superstar, Tatum's got to take on a Giannis in a 2-2 series and win a Game 5 and win the series, and then go take care of Jimmy Butler, who's putting up 94 points a game, and and that defense in Miami, another team that's been there and done that, and then get to the NBA Finals. I mean, I think that's what Tatum needs to do. He needs to show that a 14-point game in the playoffs is a blip, right?
Also, to add what Jesse said, the superstar role also has a little bit to do with off the court. Mm-hmm. And he's like a locker room guy. The team rallies around him. He don't talk bad to not down to the players and stuff like that. So that part is already conquered. Now, don't forget, that locker room had Kyrie Irving in it, and he didn't even play. And that team still did great. You know what I mean? I think they lost to LeBron. I think they lost to Cleveland or whatever. So, yeah, if what you saying, Chad, I got that, and I've thought about that. If that's the case, I got to take Karl Malone and Stockton off the superstar list then, if I'm going to go that route. You know what I mean? But I think he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing at the right time. And think about it, man. I think he's 24.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. I don't want to rush the thought process of where he is as a superstar. He's definitely ascending in the right direction. This dude is 24.
Yeah.
Like, he's done all of this by 24. And if we were talking about anybody else in the league other than Jason Tatum and Boston, which is the problem of Jason Tatum, we'd be saying he is a superstar. But because in Boston is like LA, where we don't celebrate conference finals, we celebrate championships only. That's the reason why we're not saying this guy's not the best in the league. Because if he was in Portland, you'd be saying he's unbelievable. If he was in Memphis, you'd say, and those were 3 Western Conference finals, you'd be saying he's the best in the league. But he's in Boston, where they've already hung 16 banners. So
makes sense.
Well, the other thing is, I don't think this really became. I mean,
I agree with.
Him and I'll say we're always going to say this is his team, right? But and it's always been set up to be his team. But I don't know if even in that locker room we had gotten past that yet until maybe like January of this year.
I was gonna say I'm not 100% sure. It's still not completely his team. Like it feels like he and Jalen are co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? This is our team, and to keep the peace, that's how we do it. But
Jalen saying anything like that's going to be as dumb as what Kyrie said today.
1,000%.
It's him and KG's team, right?
Right.
Or him and KD's team. So it's even when Garnett was on the Celtics, right? But that was Pierce's team. I think it just now gives Tatum an opportunity. But 6 of the 8 rotational players, right, for the Celtics were drafted by the Celtics. Smart's the oldest one of those.
You mentioned that a few times.
27. He's the youngest one of those 6 draft picks, right? At 27. Yeah. And you still got, Aaron Naismith on the bench, right? That was drafted as well. We'll see what he becomes. So, and during that same period, Desmond Bain was drafted by the Celtics.
Just real quick, Jesse, how many of the players that are currently on the team were drafted? I'm just kidding. That is a stat that he is extremely proud of. So
I don't know.
Yeah, no, listen, we're going to get into that a little bit later in this show. There's There's something that in that to me that I like. But
you better win. You better win with it though.
yeah. Well, like I said, we're gonna get into that a little bit later.
5 years from now, if you don't win with them, I'm gonna be like, good trade for AD.
What about the rest of the Eastern Conference? You mentioned it, Jesse, a little bit there about Miami. I'm not about the tooting of a horn or, that's not what I do, guys. I try to just give you what I give you, on this show.
Okay,
but I told you, ninjas, that Miami's defense was amazing, and they are amazing. They are incredible, and man, they play on the string that everybody else is trying to build, and it's man, they're making. Now, part of this is I don't know where the hell James Harden is right now, other than Miami got him last night. Miami must have got all of them last night. That strip club must have been amazing the night before because they were not prepared.
Last night. You got to relax.
About what? About the truth? We're about the truth on this show, aren't we?
That's my cousin, though, man.
Your cousin was in the strip club kicking it. Okay, they were just. I'm not sure you're aware of that, but your cousin. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm Jesse.
I'm gonna tell you something though, and I would love to hear you guys talk about this. How frustrating must this be to the ownership of the 76ers? Because, they had Jimmy Butler. They don't have to be going through this. They had Jimmy Butler. They had Jimmy Butler. They had Joel Embiid. They were set up and ready to go. They didn't know it, but they were.
Sometimes you outsmart yourself, man. You got what you have, and then you don't necessarily appreciate it. You don't know how to use it, and then you give it away. So, I feel like that Jimmy Butler, we would definitely have a different series at this point. But what Harden can do and what he's done in the past. He's just, for whatever reason, he's not doing it right now.
See, that's just it. I don't know what he can do anymore. I know what he's done, but I don't know what he can do because he ain't doing it.
Yeah, something underneath, something underlying it. Either I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint it because it's like night and day. So I don't.
2 words, man. Strip club.
Miami Beach.
Hey, man.
Think about historically how many men have gone down to the lure of a woman. And this guy is going down to the lure of a whole team of women.
There's 2 places he can't. There's 2 places he can't play: Atlanta and Miami. There's 2 places that'll.
Well, all signs point that he might be in Miami.
So, Cam, let me ask you a question. Going back to what I said almost 3 years ago now.
Jimmy Butler?
Over Jaylen Brown. Would you have traded Jaylen Brown for Jimmy Butler? Because you could have gotten him. They gave up Hassan Whiteside, Josh Richardson, and a future first round, right? Mm-hmm. And you had Jaylen Brown.
In Boston?
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler.
I don't know. Here's the only thing about that is I just don't know if having Jimmy Butler will allow you to develop Tatum the way you have.
And I would argue that it absolutely would.
I can't think of a better superstar to learn from.
Not only just that.
No, like how to be a superstar.
Okay.
Yeah, but not only just that.
But Butler's not a superstar. How is he going to learn? Jimmy Butler's not a superstar. He's an all-star.
Well, I'll just say this. I think at Jimmy Butler going to Boston, Jason Tatum would be the guy we all think he is. Because Jimmy Butler is going to get his 25 no matter what. But he's going to get his 25 and not get in the way. He knows how to get his 25 and get out of the way. Whereas
he's going to push his teammates too to try to be better and in a way that Jimmy Butler can do.
Right, but even and I completely agree with that, Chad. I guess what I'm adding to what you're saying is that when he gets his 25 and plays defense, he'll defer. He would have deferred to a Jason Tatum in the fourth quarter and let Jason. Because think about this: what turns a guy from an all-star to a superstar? To Cam's point, because I don't know if I disagree with what you just said, Cam. I don't know if Jimmy Butler is a superstar yet, but what turns a guy into a superstar? What turns him in there is his ability to take a team on his back, basically, and lead them to that next thing. Well, we all know Jason Tatum can do that. The problem is he's on a team with a guy that has maybe not as much talent as he has, but he's not that far behind. So then what do? Do you defer to Jalen? Do you defer? It's Al Horford's night tonight. So he's not gotten the opportunity to be that guy yet.
See, that's the difference, though. I think you're dealing with a bunch of 21, 22, 23-year-old millionaires that haven't gotten a chance to mature past their own ego yet, right?
Right.
And a lot of it's just emotional intelligence. It doesn't matter how smart you are or how kind or nice you are. I think Jimmy Butler on that team 3 years ago, right, makes a difference. And also, if you make that trade, you're not getting beat by Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals.
How about Jimmy Butler and Marcus Smart playing defense together? Jesus.
I can dig that, but let's go back to the history books. Jimmy has had a disruption at every team he's been at. Minnesota, Chicago, no matter who fought, whatever it is, it's a common denominator, and it's Jimmy Butler. Is
it a disruption, or is he just a person that believes in accountability?
Listen, we can call it whatever we want.
Okay,
not sure. I'm just not sure if I'm going to put my guy that I want to be a superstar with that guy to teach, to learn, to do whatever. Because I see the track record.
All right. I personally think it would have been great.
I'm just saying I see the track record. Look at Minnesota, all the talent they had. And Jimmy left and was talking noise about him. Look at Philadelphia, the track record they had.
But was he wrong?
Look at Chicago.
Okay, but was he wrong?
No, but he was part of it, though. That's the problem. Hey, listen. Hey, listen here, man. It ain't like it's a scenario where this is David Ruffin, I'm David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. He was part of it.
He has gotten into different incidents everywhere he's gone.
Everywhere. So I get it, though. I hear what you're saying. I get it.
I look at it as accountability because I don't know if it's that hard to play with a Jimmy Butler. If
I'm not saying
Jimmy just wants you to do your job.
Can I ask you this? Can I ask you one more question then?
Yeah.
What has Jimmy Butler done on that part of the game we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing Kyrie doing. There's been disruption everywhere he's went.
But that's a different kind of disruption, though.
Cleveland.
But that's a different kind of disruption, though.
Boston, Brooklyn.
But Kyrie, but I wouldn't classify them in the same. Jimmy at least has been trying to build up the team, and some people take to his lead. It's the same thing that you would say about Chris Paul. Some people take to that leadership style, and some people don't. So I think that's Jimmy's problem. Kyrie is just an asshole. That's a whole different thing.
You just have to worry about Jimmy Butler on the court. You got to worry about Kyrie on the court and off the court. It's being a disruption. Kyrie's
a selfish guy, and he wants to do things. Phenomenal basketball player, but very, very selfish, and wants to do things on his own terms.
Here's the problem: is Kyrie a superstar? Hey, you think a little too long.
Cam, let me rephrase the question for you, Cam.
I would say no.
Cam, would you like the Celtics to have traded Jaylen Brown for Jimmy Butler in 2019? Because then when Butler got there and took him to the NBA Finals by hitting a last-second three over the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, we would have been going to a Lakers-Celtics NBA Finals game.
Mm-hmm. Well, for selfish reasons, he would say yes to that. But to go back,
lawyer always gets to the right answer.
Right. To go back to your original question, is Kyrie a superstar? What makes him a superstar? His skill set?
Yes. Is he a top 10 player in the NBA?
Top 5.
Top 10?
Yes. Listen, y'all got to take all of that stuff out. What are we thinking about?
I'm taking all the
thinking about. Name me 3 other point guards that's better than Kyrie right now, other than
Steph Curry. That's a different question.
Okay, well, that means he's going to be in the top 10 regardless.
No, it doesn't.
Name me. So he's
Okay,
not.
top 10 players in the NBA right now. Is LeBron in that top 10?
Yep.
Is KD in that top 10?
Yep.
Is Nikola Jokic in that top 10?
Yes.
Okay. Is Ja Morant in that top 10?
No.
Ja Morant is not in that
No,
top
Hold
10.
on. There's other names.
We got.
Okay, we'll leave Ja Morant out. Giannis is in that top 10, right?
Yeah, Embiid is 5.
Embiid is in that top 10, right? Okay.
Steph.
Luka.
Steph is in that top 10.
Luka.
Luka's in that top 10.
Kyrie.
Talk to me.
Hey, hold on.
No, the fact that you had to think right now, it lets you know. I'm not agreeing with it.
I don't know if he's top 10. Y'all putting him in the top 10
I mean, he could be.
Well, keep naming them then, Lloyd.
because I put Booker in there before I put Kyrie.
No, stop. Don't do that,
I
Lloyd.
would. Yes, I
Lloyd,
would.
don't do
It's
that,
my top
man.
10. It's my top
Lloyd,
10.
don't do that, man.
I put Booker in there, man.
You're never riding in the car with me again.
Y'all trying to put Kyrie in there on his credentials, but who
I'm
gave?
putting Kyrie on his skill set.
So you would take right now. You would take Kyrie over Devin Booker.
And we talking basketball? Yes.
We're talking basketball.
We talking basketball? Yes.
Man.
Just stop it. You would not.
I'd take
You've already been married to Kyrie and it didn't work out. You take him back?
Damian Lillard.
That's called dysfunctional relationship.
No. First of all, I didn't say for my team, but that's bringing everything else into it.
Okay.
Skill only. If Kyrie would just shut up and show up to work every day and not do anything but play basketball, if I didn't hear him speak for 12 months, we'd win an NBA championship.
At the point guard position, it's only one player I'm taking over Kyrie. Only one that I might think about taking over him. Steph. That's it.
Yeah, I think
Maybe Luka.
He might be on that Friends top 10.
Maybe Luka. But see, Luka's in a different. Luka is over there with LeBron. That's the guy that's the ball heavy is going to do everything.
Yeah, I would take Luka.
You say you wouldn't?
I wouldn't take Luka. Not as my first choice of a point guard.
Who? No.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Ball dominant.
It's not
ball
that much
dominant.
better. When you think about it, it's not that much better after Nick Kyrie. We named those first 7 real quick, and then you did this.
No, I was thinking you have to think about these things, and I'm sure I'm leaving some people out.
No, you're not, Lord. You're too smart for that. You ain't leaving nobody out. You're a journalist. You're not leaving nobody out.
Curse you, Kyrie.
Somebody get on the stage.
Yeah, I think you gotta include him in there, I guess.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I have to keep losing. I may just rebel against the system, but we'll move forward.
Now, would you take Tatum
Over Kyrie? Absolutely.
And what about Damian Lillard?
No, you want Damian Lillard for the Lakers, but you're not going to take him over Kyrie. Stop. By the way, you see that news that come out that we entertained a trade to get Kyrie during the season?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And we talked about that. We talked about that first.
All right, fine. Let's move on. Boston up 57. I got it wrong then. 57 something. 46, something like that. 48, 46. At halftime. Should be an interesting second half. Let's go to the west side real quick. What do we First of all, let's talk about the play. Let's just get to it. I am so thankful that real medical people have stepped in to finally settle this foolishness. Because what happened with that play with Ja Morant was foolishness. And shame, and I lost a lot of respect for Taylor Jenkins. There's gamesmanship and then there's ridiculousness. Bro, you are in the ridiculousness area. To say that this man yanked this man's knee out of place and stop it. Stop it. that was just dumb.
But he knows he doesn't have a shot unless he gets, a suspension or, I mean, that's
I
just
agree.
an emotional reaction, to a guy whose season just ended.
I agree.
You have to find an excuse somewhere, and that'll be the easiest excuse.
But I still saw you do it. I still saw you throw the temper tantrum right in the middle of the party. Doesn't make you look any better. Just because you have a reason for why you did it, don't make it look any better.
Yeah.
So it was just dumb. But nevertheless, I I feel bad for John Morant because he was playing some of the best basketball I think any of us have ever seen him play. I agree with you, Ronnie. Hadn't he been suspect all season?
Yeah.
So, and by the way, let me just say this: if John Morant doesn't tone the violence of his game down, this will not be the first knee injury. We've seen this before.
Dwayne Wade.
Yep.
Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose to me is the most glowing.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, because I used to say, man, how do you play like that? Like that's not a. And John Wall, same thing. That violent cut, jump cut, that you can't play like that, man. Not for 82 games a season. That will catch up with you.
Well, he only plays 55 games a season, but it's
Wow.
Listen, Cam made a comment the other day, a little bit ago. It's like watching Giannis play, right? But Giannis is just built bigger, so his body can handle more. But Giannis is literally, you just put like 4 guys in the paint at staggered positions, and Giannis starts at half court and just starts dribbling and running straight into the lane as fast as he can, right? And because he can always kick it out, everybody's moving around, and as soon as he touches somebody, right, he gets called for the foul or he's got an easy layup. His Euro set starts at the free throw line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's some of the plays he scored on watching him live and paying attention to his game. Cam's right. It's just absolutely nasty.
No,
Unstoppable.
No, 1,000%. Clearly, I think the Grizzly thing is over tonight. Though I think the Grizzlies will give a premium effort. I think they'll do what they do. You know what I'm saying? They'll bring it.
Better take all 4 of those points.
Yeah, I think that Clay is not going to be 0 for 7 from 3-point line this game. He's not going to do that this game. So I feel like they'll get him going. And, if Steph gets going, it might be lights out really early. So.
But I'll say this.
I picked the Warriors to win the first quarter spread, the first half spread, and the full game spread.
Sounds like a safe pick. You can't. No. You can't be doing that. You can't be switching hats. Okay, there you go. That's fair. Just because Reggie showed up don't mean you gotta.
He got to explain himself.
Reggie, Reggie got some Broncos gears in there right now.
Oh, Reggie Uncle's a Hall of Fame. I ain't got to say nothing to Reggie.
I was gonna say Reggie got the Bronco gear in there somewhere right now.
Oh, I got Bronco gear, so I understand.
Yeah, we get it.
Thank you for clarifying that for me, Lloyd.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. No problem. I will say this. I am concerned about the Warriors for this reason, just this one reason. I don't know if the young guys yet understand the moment that they're in. Like they get into these moments where everybody starts doing this weird one-on-one hero thing, and you're going, that ain't what y'all do.
Yep.
And it looks bad, like those, and that's how they end up getting behind because everybody's shooting a 3, and everybody's trying to go one-on-one to the basket, and it's like that ain't what y'all do. But then when they settle back down and do what they do, they look unstoppable. So I'm a little concerned that they need to get that out of their system.
Yeah, it's growing pains with the young guys, but I think they can. They came this far. I think they go figure it out and get to the next level and go from there. But I think it's learning on the fly is kind of hard, so I think they'll figure it out.
All right, Reggie Love in the building. What are your thoughts to? We'll even go back a little bit for you, Reggie, with the Eastern Conference. What are your thoughts to the Eastern Conference? And now we're on the Western Conference. But
well, first, let me. I haven't been here, and I apologize when you have a daughter who decides to play select soccer and AAU track at the same time. with a 1-year-old and running around the house. So I apologize, gentlemen.
Your girl dad, we get it.
You don't
So,
apologize.
Yeah, your girl dad.
But I did want to say congratulations to nephew, man. That I may wear a C. I don't know if I'm gonna pull the whole Chicago. It might be a C somewhere on the shirt, but congrats on that, man. I know you're a proud uncle on that one, man. So definitely congrats. So, but yeah, the Eastern Conference, man. Wow, it's like a box of chocolates each game. You just never know who's coming to play, who's not coming to play. I mean, you look at Philly. They played game 3 and 4 like they was gonna run away with it. Then they don't show up for game 5 the other day. So
we didn't even talk about that, y'all.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
And this Boston Milwaukee series, man, it's almost like you flip a coin. I if you wanted me to bet on that series, I would not bet on it, man. Whoever wins that series is coming out of the East. No if and buts about it. That's my belief. If you all fight me on it, fight my fellow coach guy for that. But that's how I feel about that. And man, I love that. And you know what? I love that series. That series is great. That is that reminds me of the old, Lakers, Knicks. I mean, Lakers, Bulls, Knicks. That's one of those series.
They're going at it.
They going at it.
They going at it.
So if the difference is in that series, it just depends on if Boston shoots well. If Boston shoots well, they'll come out winning that series. They take nights off on shooting the ball. But it depends on how Milwaukee role players come to play too.
Yeah,
and that's another big key in the factor as well. So
Chad talked about.
What's that?
That's what Chad talked about.
Yeah, so I think it's great. Yeah, but man, I'm actually kind of loving it because I kind of fell out of love with NBA a little bit now and then fell back in love. She done took my heart a little bit. So, you know how that girl. You how that girlfriend you really want, and then she go on the other side, and she realized how good it was. Now the NBA is saying, Reggie, you are good, so let me come on back over.
Anytime that's happened to me, I hit him with the Thanos. you couldn't live with your own failure, and now
the West, man, that Dallas Phoenix is interesting too. I really feel it's Phoenix. Phoenix might take this in 6.
I got to be honest with y'all. I don't have a read on that series at all.
Yeah.
It's a weird series.
Right. Dallas lives and dies by the 3. So if they're not hitting threes, they lose. If they hitting threes, they got a good shot. So they live and die by the 3.
But what doesn't make sense about that is that we're talking about a Phoenix team that can guard the perimeter. They've been great all season guarding the perimeter. They haven't struggled with that. Except with Golden State, they haven't had any challenges with that. And now all of a sudden they can't. It's like, I don't know. I don't get why the defensive breakdown, unless we've been deceived all this time about Phoenix.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If you're hot and you got hands in your face, I mean, that kid had 8 3-pointers for the Mavericks the other night. 8.
Yeah, he did.
And with hands in the face on a few of them. So, but the Golden State finish, they disappointed me the other night. I'm gonna be honest, they just disappointed me because I was like, all right, they finna win this about 15-20, but let's give Memphis a credit. That's what you call a basketball team. That means our star players out. We still gonna fight next man up, and we gotta, to be honest with you, no offense to Ja, they need Ja. Don't get me when I say this. They played together as a team without Ja the other night. Just imagine,
their defense is for sure better.
Right. Just imagine if they play that same way with Ja. How much better? But they're young. They're just like Golden State's bench. They're young. It hasn't clicked in their mind just yet.
Well, Ja has to play defense. That's the problem. Ja needs to actually step up his defensive effort.
Right.
To match everybody else's.
So when we come back, will there be 2 game 7s?
No.
Or will we be talking about the finals, Western and Eastern Conference Finals, and if so, who will we be talking about?
I'm saying Golden State and Phoenix gonna win the next games. And I like Dallas. And I like Dallas, but you can't survive the way they're playing. You cannot survive.
Luka had 2 assists, and nobody else had more than 2 assists on that game.
Wow.
Can I say this? And I love Luka. Luka, my dude. I'm a Dallas dude. Luka, my dude. Quit all that crying and get your ass back on defense.
He got a lot of LeBron in him.
Excuse my language, but Luka, you drive me nuts with that, man. Quit crying about it.
No, get your ass back with the appropriate statement there.
Yeah. I had to get it out. I've been wanting to say that. I've been yelling at the TV saying that, but
You want us to hear it too, huh?
Yeah, no, I have to agree with you.
This is a safe place for you to say it.
I think it'll be Golden State Phoenix too, but I think Phoenix and Dallas might go 7. I don't like Phoenix's mental lapses. Like the way they played this last game in Dallas, man, what are y'all doing? And then I'm gonna tell you something. Here's the elephant in the room. That 37 has caught up to Chris. Yeah. That 37 is caught up. These last 3 games, he looked 37.
Listen to me. He's not gonna look 37 in Dallas next week because they talked about his mama and his wife. He's not gonna look 37.
So you think tomorrow he's coming? He's coming.
He could have had that game in Phoenix, though. He should have had that game in Phoenix, though.
No. You good in the home cooking. You get on the road.
Tell him, Cam.
No,
It's
man.
personal. He ain't gonna look 37 in Dallas.
He should have did that in Phoenix and in Dallas.
Say it again, Cam. You don't care about that. You want to get him where that home at. You want to get him where that home.
I'm coming to your hood and I'm gonna put these hands on you.
Good, thank you.
Hey, that would be the most Chris Paul thing. That would be the most Chris Paul thing to do to bust their tail at their house. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
Don't you realize the Celtics beat us by like 37 points on our home court to win the NBA championship? Bruh.
They did, man. They did.
We're gonna go back to your house, we're gonna bust your head open.
Yeah.
They did. That's why it felt so good to bust them in their ass when we came back to our house. Y'all celebrate on y'all flow? We celebrated on ours.
but like you said, that Chris Paul's 37 now, so we'll see what these close, back-to-back games looking like.
I'm just saying he looked 37 these last 3 games. Who will? I'm assuming we all agree. Golden State and Phoenix sounds like where we headed. What about in the East though? Who's gonna show out? Miami and who? Or is it Miami?
Yes, Miami.
Yeah, it's Miami.
Okay.
This is setting up for a good Miami-Boston matchup.
I feel like it's oof.
See, that's one I can't tell you.
Well, Lord, if you want to talk about it after the show, if you want to talk about it close to the end of the show, you agree too.
So Philadelphia can't string in 2 straight.
Boy, Doc Rivers can't win 2 games straight for his life.
Hey, thank you, Cam. Can somebody please tell Cam?
Hey, Rich, let me open the door for you, Rich. Come on in.
And then y'all putting all y'all money in James Harden. I told y'all about James Harden in that playoffs. I keep telling y'all this. Y'all don't want to listen to me.
We talked about it.
I just well listen.
Game 4?
What's that?
You didn't watch Game 4.
He looked good in Game 4.
As long as Harden could get to Milwaukee.
He just one game out of the whole entire playoffs.
I'm saying he gonna give you one. He gonna give you one. He gonna give you more than
what is he averaging? 15 points a game?
Patrice said y'all stop that about James Harden. That's
you talking about James Harden or Jalen Brunson? Oh, okay, let me stop. All right.
I just don't understand how James fell off that fast, other than what I said. Strip club.
Well, I don't know if the strip clubs are good in Milwaukee, but
he's putting up real numbers.
They're not rich. I mean, they're not chat.
Okay.
But here's the thing. But the only reason why I'm saying is because I remember the battles when he was in the same conference with Dallas and San Antonio and Houston. And what did he do each year in the playoffs? What did he do? When he had a chance, when Chris Paul hurt his hamstring in game 6 or 7 against Golden State.
He went 1 for 17 behind the 3-point line.
Right. When they played the Spurs that year and he had to step up, what did he do?
He didn't.
He didn't. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna. But James in the playoffs.
Maybe you don't understand that the numbers that he's supposed to put up are not in the strip club. Maybe he thinks,
Lord, I'm gonna
if I put these numbers up,
my kinfolk, bro.
I'm sorry. Don't give me no gun then. I'll just be quiet.
He my cousin married.
I don't think they can win 2 straight, so I feel like Boston.
I think they can win 2 straight. I think they can win 2 straight. I don't think Doc Rivers can win 2 straight.
Well, I mean,
all right.
I mean, and let's talk about Embiid. Embiid didn't show up that last game either.
What's he playing?
Yeah, but I'm gonna give him a pass
He
though.
playing hurt, man.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, when
But
you
that's
play
part of
hurt,
his game though, because he always hurt.
Yeah, that dude.
that's true.
All right, we're gonna take a pause for the calls real quick, and Reggie didn't get a chance to see the nephew last week, so we're gonna bring the nephew in now. Look at him all bared up and bared down.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
What's going on? What's going
Man,
on?
congratulations, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Number
sir.
16.
Yes, sir.
First of all, what you're not going to do is come here and try to embarrass us old men with your chest out. That's what you know. What I'm saying, we used to have our chest out back in the day.
I'm about trying to take a shower right quick before I hop on. My brother just hopped in the restroom now.
No, you look good, bro. You look good.
Punk, we used to be 22, 23.
You know what I'm saying? We used to have
athletic.
we all done walked around with our chest before.
And Lord, I want you to know, I still be giving him buckets on the court. He can't do nothing about it either.
There it is.
Real
There
talk.
it is.
Hey, show me video. I want
Real
to
talk.
see video.
Oh, he can tell you. I'm giving him buckets. Wow.
Show me video. Hey.
Don't be the video too.
Hey, hold up. Let me ask you this question. Full court or half court are you giving them buckets?
No, bro. They know Unc don't do nothing less than on full court, bro.
Yeah.
I want to see the video too.
Oh.
Whoa.
I got a lot of video. You want me to show that, George?
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I would like to see the video.
Bring out the receipts. How has the first week gone so far?
It's been pretty good. We're just doing like installs and stuff like that. And I'm ready.
Are you getting used to Chicago?
No, not yet. I mean, it's I'm from Texas, so you know, even Kansas was cool, but Chicago is different.
It's a different monster, man.
Yeah, I'm in Texas right now. It's like 94 degrees, something like that, man. I was in Chicago last weekend. Like literally, it felt like it couldn't have been last weekend because it was just 30 degrees up there.
Oh my goodness. The one thing about Chicago that's interesting, I've never seen a city of people that are more prideful to be in Chicago, but then they all want to leave.
Yeah.
Like it's weird, but they love Chicago. You can't tell them nothing. I'm from Chicago. Oh, okay, but you live in Texas. I don't understand why you so, But anyway, what's the one thing that you picked up so far since you've been around your teammates? Like what stood out so far?
Just how the game go. Like I don't know. Like I feel like high school, even college, it's more like favorite based, but NFL is just production based. Like they brought in guys, they paid guys to be there, and they cut all them guys. Like shoot, if they ain't produced, they cut them. And I was like, shoot, I need to see that,
It really is amazing though. It really is because it's a results league, and it don't really matter how long you've been there. It's Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? Like
that's exactly what they told us.
Well, I saw that touchdown that you took back to the house, so that
Yeah.
definitely, I know that made a good impression on that time.
I mean, it wasn't even that part. It was really just how I came on my break, and it wasn't even the interception. It was what I did after the interception. Like I ran all the way to the back of the end zone. Like that's what they were saying that stood out to them because it was guys that, it was guys that was picking up loose balls because I forced some fumbles too. It was guys that was picking up the ball and just jogging with the ball. Like me, every time I picked up a loose ball, every time I forced a fumble, I'm jogging. I mean, I'm running full speed, like 20 yards.
I like it.
Head coach said that's all he wanted is running. And I was like, shoot, that's what I do best anyway. So
the head coach said something to you. He came and said, "Hey, what's up? What's your name again?"
The first day, he told us. He told me straight up. He was like, "I like you." He was like, "But I want you to run. So I want you to show these guys what you can do." So
I like it.
I'm there. I'm just running.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does it feel real yet? Or is it still kind of? Are you still in that kind of fog of, man, this is really happening, or does it really feel real now?
No, I really settled in after I signed the contract. I feel like it'll for sure settle in like Saturday when I have like my little get together because like the reason like I play football is not even like for me, it's like for everybody around me. So like that's why I just talked to Eastern Hills High School. I talked to the kids and stuff. I'll tell them, man, my favorite part of all this, the whole journey is finally signing that contract and realizing like there's other people that could benefit off just me signing, not just myself.
Y'all brought in a lot of people, man. which a lot of times signals that they're trying to really change the culture of a team.
Yeah.
Do you feel that kind of that energy around the team, the culture change?
Anybody that stood up and talked to us, like they had Charles Tillman talk to us. They had like
wow,
people that used to be in the league talk to us that now work for the Bears, and they all had the same message, man. If you're not trying to help us win the Super Bowl, we're gonna respectfully give you your money and let you go. Wow. That's what they told us.
I mean, they came. Listen, that's pretty succinct.
Yeah. I say I respect it though, because you telling us straight up right now, before we like they told us, they were like, hey man, it's all respect, like it's all love. I understand if you got drafted second round, third round, like it was cool for the moment. He was like, if you in this building right now, your production matter. We don't care how you got here. So after he said that, I was really like, shoot, it's free game now.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll say this: there are 3 cities that I would love to be in to win a title.
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles, Boston, and Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the fever pitch, because listen, that's a different kind of fan. Like in some cities, people go see the game. Like Dallas fans, they go see the game.
Don't start.
It's okay. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay.
He said, don't start.
No, I'm not talking about Cowboys. I'm talking about like Mavericks fans. Mavericks fans are there and they see the game. They appreciate it, but they don't really get what's happening out here.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not really engaged. Yeah. Chicago Bear fans, the women know the game. Like they like, first of all, what you're not going to do is miss that break over there, coming out of that break on that intercept. They hit you like that kind of intensity.
Yeah.
You haven't had a chance to walk around the city yet and meet people, have you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay, what was that like?
Yeah, my first day up there, like I had walked to the store and like they was all just wishing me luck and stuff like that. And I told them who I am. Like majority of people already knew who I was. I played in the Midwest, so a lot of people knew who I was, and they was all like, "Man, we need you." They're like, "Sure, we know you can make plays." They were like, "Sure, that's all our secondary need." They're like, "We had Charles Tillman, like he was a playmaker. He know how to get the ball back to our offense." He was like, "That's what we need."
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Look at your uncle up there cheesing on hard, trying to fight the smile. He really wanted to.
I just listen. 5-6 years ago, from that, he gonna look good in the coach uniform. Just saying, man.
Are you already got in the coach uniform?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know he signed with the Bears, right? You know that, right?
But I'm just trying to figure out why that's a problem, Lord. I'm just trying to figure out
because he signed with the Bears. He literally put a signature on a contract with the Bears.
He didn't say now. He said 5-6 years. So what's the problem?
The problem is I don't want him there. I want him in New York.
Man, you got Daniel Jones. Stay there, man.
We just let James Bradbury go. We got to replace him.
Hey, man, Daniel Jones can go move to safety after 5 years. There you go.
But Lord, to your point, what you saying, that's why when we was talking, I was like, when we talk about what you see him for, where you going? I was like, Chicago, because they rebuilding, Houston, the Jets, like all these teams that are rebuilding, they looking for that guy that the team can rally around. And I know that's what John can do. He's that voice, and he'll show it on the field, So
absolutely,
I think he in a perfect. I would love if Khalil Mack was still there to be with him. He can teach him some stuff. But look, John got it. He's been through some stuff that taught him how to get to where he at, and he got it. He got that slump, man.
You got a chance to meet Justin yet? Justin Fields?
No, none of the vets was there. All the vets come back. They came back this week, so all the vets there doing what we did.
Gotcha.
They're doing that right now. And then everybody come together on Sunday.
So Sunday's your first OTA?
Monday and first OTA. Sunday.
Monday's first OTA. Gotcha.
It's just like the introductory stuff.
Okay. What are you looking forward to the most?
So special teams, to be honest. So I feel like that's how I got signed. Like I was not playing with special teams. Like anything they needed, I did it. And like as soon as I was signing my contract, the special team coordinator walked in, and one of his guys was with him. And they were like, "Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, this guy here was pounding on the table. As soon as we walked in, they said, 'Who you want to sign?' He said, 'I need John Alexander here.' I was like, so that I got to get my all for him first before I even think about defense. Cause I know how the game go. They got Eddie Jackson back there. Ain't gonna be but anybody can get their spot too. Gotta say that. But,
I mean,
exactly. Like you said, not producing, you get your spot too.
Oh, nah, for real. And I know I'm gonna produce. That's the problem. Eddie can have 12 reps. I'm gonna have 3, and I promise my 3 gonna be like that. So
All right, now look, that's your teammate now. You still your teammate.
It's respect. I'm gonna make sure I learn everything from me.
Yeah.
Same
But
time.
we gonna compete though. We gonna compete.
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron, man.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. All right, man. So the first OTA is this Monday coming up.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's super excited about that. I'm gonna be on every blog site to see what you're doing. I'm waiting for that name to pop up. The standout of the first OTA was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Y'all are invited Saturday now. We're gonna have a little something for them at the house on Saturday.
Man,
What you say?
I gotta work. God, dog. Dang.
I don't have to work.
3 to 9. Come on through. 3 to 9.
Dang.
That's what's up. All right. Listen, man, it is always a pleasure, man. And we can do this all through training camp if you like. Do these little check-ins.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Tell us how you feeling.
Yes, sir, most definitely.
Bring a couple of your boys with you too, man.
Yeah, man. Who have you bonded with yet, so far? Anybody?
We got a homeboy that played with him that went to Kilgore.
Yeah, I'm about to say just my dog, honestly. Sure, it was just me and him together. We was just pushing each other the whole time.
That's nice. That's nice. What
Yeah.
position? What position does he play?
He actually played running back. Like, it was my team. Like, not even like we went to the same JUCO. Like, he was my teammate at the JUCO. Like, I was playing, he playing running back at the same year.
He got a shot too. That position ain't locked down either.
Yeah, he signed. They signed that boy.
Yeah, that position ain't locked down either. That could be. Wow, both of y'all got a real shot to
Oh yeah, most definitely.
do some things. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell
Then
me.
the horizon is wider too with both of us. Like, we both offer more than just what our position is. Like, he not just an inside guy. He not an outside guy. He not just a running back. He not just a scat back. Like, he can do everything. You know, like, as the coaches said they liked about me, like, I'm not just a strong safety. I'm not just a free safety. I'm not just a nickel. As I can play anything. I play dime. I can play anything. So, you know, we bring more value to the team than what they thought they had.
Well, it's interesting you said that because my squad has been talking a lot about, you know, using players in different positions and having multiple skill sets and stuff. And I'm just saying, while you're developing those skills in Chicago, just remember us.
Hey, Lord, I got a question for you.
Absolutely.
Why are we even talking about your squad? We're focusing on young
because that's what you do. You talk about squad.
We didn't say anything about nobody else's squad. Why are we talking about your
You
squad?
talked about he said 5 years for the coach. Don't start that, Reggie. Talk about this.
Hey,
5 years.
I want John to be a bird for life. I want him to go ball out.
I do too.
I want for 1 year, and I want them to reconstruct his contract.
I want them to throw your name up in the Ring of Honor when it's all over.
Man.
Facts.
Hey, John.
Yes,
Just
sir.
remember this, man. You belong there, brother.
Yeah.
You belong there, man. Don't leave. Hey, that thought should not pass your mind. You belong there, man. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, we need to talk. Hey, we get on the phone with 27. You know what 27 is. We can talk about that now. So
Now that'd be a phone call you need to have.
yeah,
Hey,
let's do that. Let's set that up. Yeah, I want to. We'll set that up, man.
Yeah, you might need to have that phone call. That might be one of the ones that change your life forever.
Yeah, man. He needs that. He needs to talk to some more Hall of Fame.
You do know what we're talking about, right? You don't act like you're not familiar with the. Break the news. Go to YouTube and look up Hall of Famer Steve.
No. Just go look at the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Well, no, I want to see them highlights. I need you to see them highlights, though. Hall of Famer Steve Atwater. That'll change your life. I promise.
Oh, I know Steve Atwater. I didn't know who 27 was.
Yeah.
Listen. Different.
That's Reggie's kinfolk. That's Reggie's uncle.
That's my uncle. Yeah. So yeah, we'll make that happen, man. So any advice, anything, yeah. I mean, he's just that dude. So let's make that happen.
Yes,
I mean,
But
you're gonna have a little window between training camp and look. Now I'm really advocating. You have a little window between training camp and the last OTA. I mean, what you doing? Denver's a nice place to train. I'm just saying.
Say it's cold there too.
Hey man, listen. Real talk. Any tricks you can get, you need to get them.
Oh
yeah, man.
I ain't stopped talking to people since I signed my contract. Like, literally,
Yes.
And you wanna learn how to run? Go to Denver.
Yeah.
Well, that's true too. Because if you can run there, you can run anywhere. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Dude.
All right, y'all, go take a shower. We're going to keep you all night, man. I know it's a weird thing to say on the podcast, but, go take a shower. We're glad to see you. Check in with us next week. We'll see how the first OTA went, all right?
Yes, sir, most definitely.
All right, bro.
I appreciate it.
All right.
John Alexander, ladies and gentlemen. That's our guy. That's our superstar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, that's not. Hey, listen. He's saying all the right things, making all the right decisions. I like it.
Oh yeah,
I like it. We had question 3. Did the right guy win the MVP?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. After looking at further information, yeah.
If we see, here's my issue. Do I think the right guy? Yes and no. Here's what I'm saying. Are we going by MVP by stats, or are we going by how far we take the team?
Well, it's a regular season.
Really, stats, which
it's a regular season, but it's
is the wrong measurement to me.
Right. They announced it before either of those two teams playoffs. So
exactly. So therefore, should Draymond Green make the All-Star team?
No.
He's still playing.
But you see where I'm coming from, right? Because you look at his stats, he's probably averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds, and they give him an All-Star game.
I just want to ask this question.
The All-Star is fans vote, though.
Yeah, but I thought the bench and fans votes too? I don't know. I'm asking. Is the bench fan vote?
MVP?
The bench?
No, the bench is coaches vote.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to ask this question. This is a real question. Who had the harder season? Jokic or Embiid?
Jokic.
Embiid.
So to me, stop it. Stop. Don't do that.
Hey, that's what you done. LeBron was better than all those guys. Anyway.
But he wasn't a candidate. So we're going with the actual candidates. Embiid or Jokic, who had the harder season? Jesse says Embiid.
Jokic
had the harder season.
He was missing a lot of people all year. Embiid was playing with a bunch of turmoil. Same thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Jokic.
Jokic was missing his supporting cast.
And see, I'm riding in the car with Jesse. Jesse, I got snacks, bro. Because I think it's Embiid and it's not even close.
Oh no! Don't do
How
that.
you figure that?
Okay.
So last year was it Giannis and not even close? I mean, was it Jokic and not even close?
Well, right. It was Jokic and it wasn't even close last year.
Oh man.
Because he lost his guy. He lost his guy.
Giannis should have won last year too. He
But
should have been
here's-
MVP.
Here's why I say it was
agree with
Embiid.
you.
Here's where I say, well, I can't argue that either. But here's where I say it was Embiid. Embiid never had his guy. He still don't have his guy.
Yes, he did the entire season.
No, his guy was sitting on the bench in leather jackets that his girlfriend bought him.
Oh, you talking about that diva? I thought you talking about Max. I thought you talking about that diva.
I'm talking about.
And I'm not trying to play devil's advocate with you, but he really wasn't that guy because he stopped being that guy last year in the playoffs.
Thanks to Doc Rivers.
But that's the point I'm making, Reg. You helping me make my point.
That's why I said no. I'm just joking.
His guy wasn't even his guy. He ain't had his guy for a season and a half,
Right.
and he still don't have a guy. So they got the same problem. Jokic didn't do anything more than what Embiid did, except Embiid put up better numbers.
So Embiid numbers was better than Jokic.
Yes, he won the scoring title.
Not like that. He won a scoring title because LeBron stopped playing the last 4 games.
We're not talking about LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. He won a scoring title like it was just a runaway.
Jokic averaged 27.1 points and beat 30.6. Jokic averaged 13.8. Jokic rebounds and beat 11.7. Jokic
It wasn't a rebound title. It was a scoring
What
title.
about the assists?
7.9 assists for Jokic, 4.2 for Embiid.
Damn, that triple double.
It's a toss up, bro. I mean,
It ain't no toss up.
What's the final records? What was Philly's record and what was Denver?
the reason
Why you gotta bring that up, Rich?
the reason why Embiid didn't win because he missed games. Jokic didn't miss games.
That ain't a reason to me.
That is.
That's
You always say the best
big
ability.
I said you can't. I do say that, but you
Yeah.
can't. But the games Embiid missed are different than the games other guys missed. Embiid is out. He ain't missing games like 40 at a time. He get nicked up. He got to sit out.
He missed about 20 now.
out of the 17 categories that I saw,
but it's a scattered
was 9 to 8 out of 17 categories that they have together. So
I think Jokic.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Had a phenomenal season, but
what is the qualifications to be? Do you have to make the playoffs to have a chance to be an MVP candidate?
Now that's what I'm saying, Cam. What is the qualification? Who votes on the MVP?
Because in my book right now, Giannis can win it every year.
I think that's the real problem of the vote because it's the media, and all of the media don't watch all of the games.
Yeah.
So you don't really. So they're doing what we're doing right now. Well, Jokic got this many points, and Jokic got this many points.
Like Cam.
As opposed to watching the games to see who really played better.
Jokic averaged 28.
We should be talking about Giannis. That's who we should be talking about.
Well, Giannis is the best player in the league. It's not, and it's not close.
He should have won back to back.
Jokic averaged 25 and 15.
Three times, yeah.
All right, so let me ask the people that voted for Embiid, what was a bigger mistake? Embiid not getting the NBA MVP or Tom Brady not getting the NFL MVP?
That's a good question.
And you found a way to wrap your player into this.
He did. It was quite skillful.
You said LeBron 14 times.
That's all our players. We all like LeBron.
Right. He be forcing that LeBron in there.
We all like LeBron. You see it right behind me. We all like him.
But it sounds different coming out of your mouth.
Okay, well there. You mean slide it over so you can see LeBron?
Listen, to me, it's the same problem because you're saying they both run the same problem. They got numbers, but they don't have. But those numbers didn't translate into an MVP. So is it about numbers or not?
I think sometimes you can win it too much and they just don't want to get it.
I don't think the MVP should be called until at least the semifinals of the conference or the finals of the conference.
But I agree. I thought it's a regular season award though.
But I think that's part of the problem.
That's a problem.
It's too big of an award. Man, nobody wants to see the MVP of the. You know where they gave it to him? Back in his country at a horse farm. That's not how the MVP award should be delivered.
Well,
he should be on the court playing in the second round or the conference finals, which he's not.
So let me ask you a question. So here's my problem with that. So I can average 30 and 20, and my team don't make the playoffs, and I can be an MVP.
Didn't Steph win an MVP when they didn't make the playoffs?
Hell no.
No.
But
Dirk did. Dirk won it when they got swept out of the first round.
Yeah.
Now, you remember they gave Dirk the MVP award at the press conference of the closing interviews. So I don't know.
Hey man, hey, raise up off my player, bro. Real talk.
Which one?
Dirk,
you done named 6 players today. So
everybody in the world. Listen, there's nobody in the world that don't know that my favorite player in the world to ever lace up any athlete is Dirk Nowitzki. Everybody knows it. Don't do that, Lord.
Okay, all right. Well, I love Dirk.
I mean, can you could Dirk an athlete? Can you slim that down?
Only white boy in the 30,000 club. Slim that down.
I'm talking about he's a basketball player. He's a basketball player.
He's in the 30,000 club, man. Chill, Reggie.
I love Dirk too.
I think it was the athlete part that he took offense to.
Listen, the reason I'm not going to even discuss this with Reggie is because he Tim Duncan. And he don't like nobody's talking about another power forward. He don't want to hear it.
Right. That's a good point. That's a good point.
You got a good point.
That's a damn good point he just made.
Blinders on.
Hey, I'll also say Kareem won the MVP without the Lakers making the playoffs one year.
Did he?
Did. Wow.
So now I know Cam's out of the argument because he's not going to talk about Dirk or Kareem.
I'm showing out. Those are my players.
Right.
What year was that? I don't remember that year. They didn't make the playoffs?
74. They went 40 and 42.
Oh, he was in Milwaukee. I was going to say, I knew he did that.
You say Lakers.
I thought
I know he did that in the Laker uniform.
True. He was not a Laker.
No. Okay. Speaking of Kareem and the Lakers, Jeannie Buss has some interesting comments.
75-76. Kareem won the MVP, and the Lakers were 40 and 42.
Wow, I was just born that year.
I don't remember that. That's why I probably don't remember it. The Lord didn't want me to see that.
Selective.
It don't happen much often, but I'm pretty sure his numbers were ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he probably averaged 9 assists that year too, probably.
Yeah, like
Hey,
Will,
you know what?
right?
It's funny that we talk about this. If y'all get a chance, watch Charles Barkley on the pivot. He's talking about the same stuff we're talking about now.
It is. It's very good. It's very good. Very good. Let's jump into question 4 because and I'm building question because
excuse me. By the way, Kareem has more assists than Michael Jordan do. I'm just saying.
We moving on from Kareem.
I'm sorry. And more points.
We moving on.
1-1.
And more rebounds.
1-1.
Same amount of championships. I'm sorry.
Can we move
Finals
on?
MVPs. I'm sorry. My bad. Keep going. I'm sorry.
All right. Can we move on? We good?
I'm
Everybody good?
not finished. I can go point you to the seasons he won.
Oh my God! It's
You wanna
like
see the seasons? Y'all want to tell?
It wasn't 75 and 76. By the way, Celtics are up 11.
I just going to the 4th.
everybody good. Everybody got the rocks off. Okay. All right. We're moving on.
I'm sorry.
The next
All
question.
right, Baker Mayfield and the Giants. Let's talk about it.
We're not about the Giants. This is actually we're still talking. We're actually trying to talk about your Lakers. You won't let us.
I don't want to.
All right.
You don't want you to.
I'm just saying.
I don't want to.
Well, it's an interesting conversation that we didn't realize when we put the question together was going to get more interesting because the Nets had their press conference today as well. So Jeannie Buss was fussing about how the Lakers are not clutch sports team. It's my team and I run the team. LeBron don't run the team, and me and Rob gonna figure this out along with Phil Jackson and Magic Johnson and Kirk and the Rampage family. We're gonna figure this out.
Hold on, they started inviting Magic to the conversation again.
Magic is back. This is Magic, Well, they all trying to heal from this winning time.
Well, Magic. Oh my God.
They trying to heal together because they ain't come off. None of them came off looking very good.
Who game is Michael Jordan game?
Right. They all came off looking kind of crazy.
I think Magic is more of the mediator.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to bridge. Yeah. So that's one side, and then the Nets side today. Sean Marks had to walk back all of Kyrie's comments about we gonna figure this out, and Sean was like, "We" means me and Steve Nash and my staff. I'm like, what the Kyrie talking about? So
You should trade him.
Well,
and everybody's gonna say he ain't got too many more teams to go to.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. It brings up an interesting question because I wonder: is this era of the super team over?
No.
Because
no.
It appears that having a super team is a big headache.
See, my problem with Jeannie Buss' question, the thing is how can you say that you're paying so much money, but you're paying all these money to I'm gonna say one player, but pretty much 3 players. Everybody else has pretty much the minimum salary. So you're paying 3 players all this money. Don't say the team. You're paying 3 players, and one of them you're paying $47 million next year. So how can you say team?
She's not going to pay him 47 because he won't be on our team. Right?
But that's how she can say it though, because she built the team around those 3 players and they said if you just give us the pieces that we need, we can go win a title.
Well, first of all, how you gonna get the pieces that you need when you ain't got no money?
Listen, you can buy groceries at the dollar store,
and you gonna get what?
I said it was gonna taste good. I'm just saying
it might be last week's fruit, and that's what some of the players were with last week's superstars.
Touche.
And I mean, and I'm just being honest with it. That's why, to me, she's not taking any ownership on this. She want to blast everybody else, but you got to take some ownership on this. You got to say, you know what? That's my bad. That's my bad, dog. That's me. My part.
But I think that's what the meeting is for. I think which is why I wore my Lakers stuff today, saying in solidarity with Jeannie Buss. I think that's what the meeting was for. I think she decided, okay, players mess up. I messed this up bad. I let some people talk me into some ish I shouldn't have. and now I got to fix it. I got to stand in front of it and fix it. And I think it's what she did.
Was making Rob Pelinka signing Rob Pelinka the wrong move?
No.
Now, you can't say that because they won a title out of it. So, I mean,
I think we over exaggerate. We're moving too fast. This is the problem, Reggie. This is why I've been trying to tell you since me and you got together. This is the problem with the Lakers, though. Like it's all win or everything is a failure. Let's blow it up and let's do this and let's do this. That's how it is all the time. We need to just pump the brakes just a little bit. Rob put the team, him and LeBron. Listen, LeBron is the one that got AD there. LeBron is the one that got AD there. So if LeBron go back 2 years now and say, "Hey, let's bring Westbrook here," I don't know if that's a good fit. No, let's do it. Guess what? You pretty much impelled to do it because he did the same thing with AD. Like he worked. And it's the first time he's probably messed up in his career about bringing somebody in.
Well, and here's the thing. I agree with you on this. But if I'm the GM, if I got LeBron. And I said this, y'all remember I said this. If I got LeBron and AD on my squad, I'm gonna go get me some young dogs. And I have said that before. Go get me some young dogs because you got the two dudes.
Like who's the young dogs? Like Buddy Hield and DeRozan and people like that?
No,
don't do it. Don't do that to yourself, man.
You go.
That's gonna hurt later on tonight.
Like you should do what Golden State did. Golden State said, you know what? I'm gonna go get some young dogs who can go because LeBron plays well with younger. Like I tell people all the time, everybody can say this about LeBron James, about winning the championship in Miami, winning in LA, and winning the one in Cleveland. The one time that LeBron truly impressed me is when he took Golden State to Game 6 with the 7 Dwarfs. I was so impressed with that cat. He had some young guys around and they played their ass off for him. And that's the type of player LeBron is. LeBron brings that leadership and energy and things like that. You get AD and some not necessarily true young players, but some good young players that's gonna play hard. They would have been this. They have been in this playoffs right now.
The Lakers had some young dogs and they let them go because they were there. They had Brandon Ingram. They had Randall.
You can't do that. They won a championship with that. No, you can't do that, Chad. You can't do that. They won a championship with that. You can't talk about the people we traded that we won.
Well, one of the people that Jeannie Buss mentioned that she was a little disappointed was Alex Caruso.
There's another.
He should.
Who played how many games in Chicago this year?
But that's the Chicago. It could have been different in LA. It could have been different.
Name took him out from Milwaukee.
It could have been a different story if you.
Let me rebuttal just a little bit of what Reggie just said.
Rebut.
I agree with what you're saying, but Golden State didn't win a championship with those young dogs.
We don't know yet.
Not yet.
Okay, what you saying? What they should do? They ain't won with that.
I'm saying they would be still playing right now.
I understand. Listen, and if we were still playing, we got bounced in the Western Conference Finals. Guess what? The season is a failure for the Lakers. For you, for the Spurs, for the Mavericks, for everybody else, that's good. We got something to build on. For the Lakers, bro, it's a failure. If we don't win it all, it's a failure. That's why I'm glad we didn't even go to the playoffs, Rich.
But see, here's the thing that you're saying there. But Jeannie Buss said she's mad because they didn't go deep into the playoffs. That's what her first statement was.
So she's supposed to say that. That's what she's supposed to say. She's not supposed to say nothing different than that.
So Cam, if you got your championship a couple years ago and then you don't go back for the next 10 years, then you got to change it up, right? You got to do something different, right?
Take Golden State out of there. Take San Antonio out of there. Name me the team that won the championship and they went back. That's how it is. That's how it works. Hey, if you look at that, it's some major gaps on that banner over there. It's some major gaps. And I ain't even got the 20. I don't even have the 20.
Hey, push on that damn banner. We only got that damn banner.
No, you're fine. No.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, when you think about it, it's errors. And listen, we won in the bubble. We won in the bubble.
I think the problem is the philosophy, though, Cam. It's for the modern NBA. It's not as easy to do what she's trying to do, what super teams are trying to do, as it used to be, because it implies that because if you're so top heavy, so the irony is the two teams that were picked by Vegas to win it all have the same problem. They are so top heavy when they came into the league that they couldn't fill out the rosters with the quality that they needed to do the other things that were needed. Theoretically, in LA, with Westbrook, LeBron, AD, you should have enough scoring. So now you just need rebounding, you need defense, you need steals, you need all the little intangibles. Same thing with Brooklyn. Theoretically, with James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, you should have what you need in scoring. And therein lies the problem. When you put so much emphasis on one side of the ball and you pay so much for that one side of the ball, then you better make sure that the rest of it works. And when it doesn't, it looks really bad.
Okay.
I'm just
I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I love the Lakers. I totally agree with what you're saying. Two things. First thing is you got to have the right GM when you have LeBron James. You have to put shooters and scorers around him, and they didn't do it. LeBron didn't do it. He's at fault too, but they didn't put shooters and scorers around him.
Well, let's be even more specific than that, because that's offensive again. What you need is
3-and-D.
3-and-D guy. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Young 3-and-D guys.
They didn't do that.
Yeah. And that's
we had that before. They didn't do that. They had that in Cleveland. They didn't do that. They had that in Miami. They didn't do that. So some of this is just on Pelinka. But when you talk about Pelinka being the GM, everybody in the world knows LeBron is the GM of the team. He's gonna get what he wants. He can override whatever Pelinka is saying. So I get that. The other thing is, I think two more things, and I'm done. The other thing is, I think we jumped the gun after the Big Three formed in Brooklyn, because hands down they was gonna win the NBA title. Preseason favorites, starting the season favorites, hands down, and I think LeBron them jumped the gun. The third thing is, Reggie, you talking about the young players and stuff like that and all that trash. You talking about the young players and stuff. I'm here to say, and Jesse keeps talking. That's a long time ago, my man. No, look, that's what I'm talking about.
What do you say? The young players are trash?
No, look. This is perfect. This is what I'm going to talk about. Jesse keeps coming on here talking about the young players that they drafted. The Celtics' last championship was in 2008 when they had 3 Hall of Famers at the tail end of their career. These young guys that you can say about the playoffs and all you want, they ain't won no championship. That's why I said about Golden State. They ain't won no championship with these young. And I know you gotta have them. Listen, I know that. But what I'm saying is they won with veteran shooters, players. They won with that. It's been 2008 since the Celtics last won a championship.
So should LeBron stay out of it?
No,
he's not out of it.
No. I'm talking about as far as making those decisions.
Check this out, Chad.
No.
When the Spurs had to retool, you think they kept Tim Duncan out of the room and Ginobili? They had to say so of what they think they need. They don't have a voice like LeBron because LeBron owns whatever franchise he's playing for. But Pop opened that door. You don't think they had a voice of saying what they want?
Your superstars have to have a voice.
I'm just asking a question.
Your superstars have to have a voice. But one thing, and I agree with that your quote about the Lakers are a bust, or that's the way your organization runs. But yeah, and I do agree with the superstar. Your superstar has to have a voice. But to me, the fail was you didn't have enough money to pay the people that needed to be around LeBron. And you,
money is never an issue. The Lakers will go over the cap. As long as they can win, the Lakers, the Celtics,
so
will go over the cap.
Let me ask you a question. If you had DeRozan right there and you would have took him over the cap, why you didn't sign DeRozan as well?
Because you traded for Westbrook.
I think it's just a bad pick.
As a free agent.
You traded for Westbrook.
Well, but you can't go real. I mean, it sounds good to say we're gonna go over the cap. That's not.
But what I'm saying is, I think the fail. Let's be honest, and I'm gonna give Cam the props. He said it was a failed experiment, but you have to get rid of that $47 million next year. You have.
It's done. That's done regardless, Rich.
You think so?
That's done.
Yeah,
That's done.
I'm hearing reports that he's still gonna be there.
That's done.
They're just trying to find the right coach.
I'm hearing reports he's going to the Spurs.
Hell no.
Hey, it's cool. So this is my last point. This is my last thing. And I'm done with this. Who do you guys have winning the NBA championship this year?
I don't know. I ain't putting up.
It ain't but 4 teams. Who you got? Who, Jesse?
Boston.
Who you got, Chad?
Golden State.
Okay, we know why you got that. We know why Jesse
Right.
got that.
The first
Who
two
you
answers
got?
were painfully
Uh,
obvious.
No,
Mine's
Jesse.
all-
I take that back. You're right.
Mine's 100% statistics.
I got you. I can dig it. I'm in Chad. Who you got, Lord?
I don't know. I really don't know. I
Take a pick, though. I'm going to prove a point to you guys right now.
Milwaukee or Phoenix?
Okay?
I would
Now,
say
let me tell everybody on the panel.
yeah.
Jordan Poole, Wiseman. Now, this is before Wiseman got hurt. Everybody was high on Wiseman. We was high on him. Everybody was, right?
Right.
Jordan Poole, Wiseman, and who's the other young stuff for Golden State?
Wiggins.
No, Moody. You talking about Moody?
Oh, Gary Payton.
I said trade them off for Karl Anthony Towns.
No,
We're sitting here talking right now that Golden State had Karl Anthony Towns, Draymond Green, Klay Thomas, and Steph Curry. Who would y'all be picking?
There you go to say, and with me close.
It ain't always about the young guns. It's the formula of the team that you can put together. We ain't even seen the team win with the young guns.
But okay, but all you did was just prove.
Here's the problem. You're getting me confused. I'm not saying a team full of
I'm not
young
saying-
guns. I'm saying you
LeBron
got
needs that. I agree.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Reggie,
don't like the premise of your answer though, because anybody can throw together. Again, anybody can throw together on paper a super team, and it
That's
looks
what we
like they
doing,
can
though,
win.
Lord. This is what we was doing before the season started last year.
No, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, that's the question that I asked. Is that the answer? Because the same thing that you're saying would happen with Golden State if they had Karl Anthony Towns. Well, it's already happening. They got a bunch of young guys, and they're still going to the Western Conference Finals. So they didn't do it. They didn't do what we thought they should have done, and they're still getting to the same place.
You guys I just asked you guys who y'all have.
But that's not but that's the theory.
Okay.
I'm saying literally
Let's go back.
they are
Let's
one
go back.
game away from the Western Conference Final based on the path that they chose to build that team.
Let's go back to the draft in NBA basketball. Everybody on this, we all thought that Golden State was going to trade all those picks, and we all said they finna go get Cat. That's what we were saying because we weren't thinking about, whoa, they got Draymond, Klay, and Steph. If they get these young guys, we weren't nobody thinking like that. We was like, if they can go get Cat, we said the same thing about the Celtics. Do they trade Jaylen Brown for Cat? We're like, We're like, oh.
So you think that? So you're basically saying the era of the super team can't be done because if you feel like you're one player away,
I'm saying that may not
you need to make that move. Is that what you're saying?
Well, when Reggie was asking about it for LeBron, and I'm saying, yay, nay, it's depending on who the people are. I tell you what, though, I've been telling y'all right now, take LeBron right now, put him in Cleveland right now, that team ready to win right now.
And guess who he's surrounded by? Guess who he's surrounded by?
The young cats. I got you, Reggie. I get it. That's what I'm saying. I get it. This has got to be the right group. I get it.
But I agree with you, though. I truly agree with you. I just think, here's the thing that I want to say. We're forgetting about coaching. I'm going to tell you, Boston coach has done a hell of a job. Phoenix coach has done a hell of a job. Milwaukee's coach has done a hell of a job. Who am I missing?
I feel like all this stuff is leading to the Popovich tree, Reggie.
No, it's not. No. I'm saying in the playoffs right now. Playoffs right now. Memphis coach. Man, let's get it. Let's give it. Because
Reggie, you ain't been here in 2 weeks. That's why I want Nick Nurse from Toronto. I need a coach. I need a coach.
Right, but yeah, you do, and that makes a huge difference. And by the way, where did that Boston coach come from? And where did Milwaukee's coach come from?
We know, Reggie. We talked about it.
You should have watched the show.
So this was a Popovich play.
We covered that last week. Hey, Lloyd. We were in Chicago, and Cam was in the shower, and I screamed out as loud as I could, "Lakers just signed Terry Stotts as their head coach."
And hell no!
I heard the shower curtain rip from the bar, and I heard about 4 things break in the bathroom. And about 18 seconds later, once he had time to get to his phone, he said, "You done? When I get out the shower, you done."
Wow. Well, I got news for you that is real. Adrian Wojnarowski just reporting that Kenny Atkinson, the longtime Warriors assistant, has just been given permission to interview with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh.
listen.
That was a
Do
real
what you
story,
gotta
by the
do.
way, Lloyd.
I believe that.
The perfect coach is out there for LeBron right now. Matter of fact, I ain't gotta go to the other hallway. What the hell?
Eric Spoelstra.
And you know,
Tyronn Lue.
let's go ahead and notice that what's going on right now in the NBA, that the ball is moving now. There's not a lot of stagnant plays, and a lot of coaches who are still doing this stagnant playing and not playing. I mean, this one-on-one ball and not playing defense. That ain't working no more.
Their teams are struggling.
Struggling.
Leave Luka out of this conversation.
You got to be in it. You got to be in it.
The teams are struggling. And let's give Kidd. Dude, with Dallas roster right now, nobody thought they'd be where they're at right now. Let's be honest. But you got to go. You need a coach that's going to make that ball move. It cannot stick because the defense is going to set all day, every day on that. And the superstars, those older superstars are getting older, and them young defenders are going to be there. So you got to have ball movement now. So you got to have a coach that's going to have a system that's going to move the ball. And I think LeBron, you're going to have LeBron to fit. LeBron to fit in that system.
So is the Lakers and the Nets path back to, because they got some, we've spent a lot of time on the Lakers, but the Nets got a serious decision too, because Kyrie has the player option. He could opt in. He says he's gonna opt in, and if he does, do the Nets want him to opt in? Because his value had never been higher than it is now. So they could trade him off and go get something they need. Like when
What an idiot! What more you playing at home? What more do you want?
And first of all, if I'm Steve Nash, I better go hire me a damn assistant going to teach my players how to play defense. They was the worst defensive team in the league last year.
Don't get Lloyd started.
I mean,
I'm not going to say another word about it.
He followed the Phoenix.
I think my point has been proven.
He followed the Phoenix blueprint. So,
Steve Nash, you never played defense while you was in the league. Dan Antonio, you tried to run that same system, that run and gun system probably got you to the second round of the playoffs each year when you tried to run it, and you never won a championship. Why in the hell did Brooklyn next GM think that stuff was going to work? I'm trying to figure that out. Help me understand. Help me.
Yeah, it's the same system, man. The same system they
I got nothing.
I'm trying.
I've been screaming that message all season long.
Hey, let me just read a little quote from an article that came out this afternoon from that same Nets GM, right? That Sean Marks, that said, "We need people here that want to be here. They're selfless, that want to be part of something bigger than themselves.
Shots fired.
And there's an objective and there's a goal at stake. In order to do that, we're going to need availability from everybody."
I see a path back to the finals or to the finals for them, but they got to be they got to have the courage to make the move.
What's the path? Please help me.
I think the easiest path back to the final or to the final for them is in Washington. Is waiting for them in Washington.
Bill.
Bradley Bill. We said that a couple weeks ago. Everything.
Bradley Bill and Kevin Durant and Ben Simmons.
We said Bill on every team.
Okay. Ben Simmons going to be ready next year.
Well, but we have to assume that he will be. Now, we could be wrong. We all could be wrong about the Ben Simmons thing. But I think having Bradley Beal there, a guy who doesn't have to have the ball in his hands all the time, he can catch and shoot. He's the Klay Thompson to Kevin Durant, for Kevin Durant. And that's all he needs. Why do you have your hand up? If you're going to announce that Terry Stotts is the coach of the Lakers, I don't want to hear it.
No, for real.
I just want to say one more thing about Kyrie. This is what Kyrie said immediately after their season-ending loss in Game 4. He said when he was asked about what the Nets need to do and is he going to pick up his player option, right? Because that's the other thing. Kyrie's got a player option.
Right.
He can pick it up or he can go to the market. It's $37 million. You got people like Harden and Westbrook making $47 million a year, right? Can he get 4 for $200 somewhere versus playing for $37? Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So this is what he said. He goes, when I say I'm here with Kev, I think that really entails us managing this franchise together. Alongside Joe and Sean, right? That's Joe Tsai, the owner, and Sean Marks, the GM. Alongside Joe and Sean, we'll work with them. Just our group of members in our locker room. It's not just about me and Kev. I don't want to make it about that. We're cornerstones, but we got a few other guys on contract. I think we just got to make some moves this offseason, really talk about it, really be intentional about what we're building and have some fun with it, make it enjoyable.
Well, that is if delusions of grandeur was a person. Like, that dude is crazy, man. I'm telling you, he's crazy. He's
stupid.
Who wants to go up to Brooklyn? Who wants to go to Brooklyn? Name a player who wants to go to Brooklyn.
It's a nice place, man. You should visit.
No,
there,
I'm not talking about the place.
Hold on. Based on something else, though, I'm gonna tell you another thing that really hurt them, and I'm not talking about defense, Lord, but when Joe Harris went down for the season, that really hurt them because he was able to stretch the entire defense of the opponent because he's a knockdown 3-point shooter.
Very much so.
But see, here I don't understand. Why didn't they play Aldridge? None. I still don't understand. I would say I'm being delusional, but when the announcer is saying, why is Aldridge not in the game? I'm trying to figure it out.
Golden State needed him because we definitely needed big bodies, so we could have took him.
Well, I'll just say this. I think if I am Brooklyn and Sean Mark's words are true, I find me a partner. The problem is you're not going to find a partner. If Kyrie is trying to get 4 years on a contract, then there's a problem because we're not going to be able to get that deal done. Because no GM that has any level of intelligence is going to pay more than 2 to 3 years on the deal, and that third year is an option year.
They better have some incentives in it.
Yeah, there's somebody that'll sign them off of
not for no 4 years.
Yeah, somebody will. Somebody will. It's not gonna be a cold-blooded team like Kyrie.
It's not gonna be a high-level team. Yeah, it's not gonna be a high-level team.
The Wizards will do it right now. The Pacers will do it right now.
Oklahoma City might do it.
The Thunder do it right now.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a high-level team
but it ain't gonna be a team that's gonna win the championship.
I wouldn't do it. But if I'm Washington, or if I'm Bradley Beal, I'm asking to see if that is a possibility.
Have Kevin signed his deal?
Oh yeah, he's locked in.
Mm-hmm.
He can't go nowhere.
I think
him and Simmons, him and Simmons are there.
Yeah. Two they do look. Kyrie was right about one thing. They do have 2 cornerstones.
I think Kyrie. They'll try to make it work with Kyrie, and at the trade deadline, if it's not working, then he's gone.
It's sad, man. I would have Drummond and all right there at the 4 and 5.
I think Boston might have got the cheat code on Kevin Durant. Y'all know that, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's going to be the game film that everybody in the league passes around all year long.
And if the referees let you do it, he in trouble.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know how tall Giannis is, but he's got like a 12.5-foot wingspan, and it is just not fair.
It's not fair.
It is not fair.
Not fair.
When he did that Euro step the other day between 5 people and when made it over the hand, I was just like, that's not fair.
That was scary. Yeah. I've never heard Hubie Brown get excited about anything in a game ever, and even Hubie Brown was like, "Damn."
Hey, Hubie Brown needs to be careful watching Giannis play.
Right.
He old.
Right. that thing hit him different, Jesse. It hit him different. He was like, "Damn."
So y'all were at the game. Was it like really? Was he just that ridiculous in person?
What do you have?
He's a bulldozer. He's an absolute bulldozer.
Yep.
He starts at half court and runs as fast as he can.
Yep.
He's got these 8-foot arms that are fucking over everybody by the time he gets to the back. Cam and I were talking about that at the game. He did that. He did a Euro step from like the free throw line.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that a travel? I said, no.
And his arms still way over.
Now when you can pull it off, it ain't.
No.
Who's scarier? Giannis coming down full speed or Shaq in the middle just beating the hell out of you.
I'm taking
Yeah,
Shaq.
I'm taking Shaq. I'm taking Shaq. I don't know.
Hey, when I saw, y'all remember that playoff series with the Lakers and the Sixers?
Yeah.
And Shaq was posting up Mutombo.
Mutombo.
And when they slowed it down, Mutombo was his body was coming off the ground. I've never seen anything like that before. His whole body was coming off the ground.
And Mutombo ain't no little dude.
He's not a little dude.
He's not a little man. He's a huge man.
Yeah.
And Shaq was treating him like he was a rag doll. Shout out to you, Rudy Gobert. I just want to give him a proper shout out for his defensive prowess. All shut Shaq down. Stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
Stop it. All right. We gotta get to the final question.
And LeVar Ball can beat Michael Jordan playing basketball.
Right. If we just listen, this is ridiculous saying ridiculous things day. All right, last question. I don't even know how to describe what just happened here.
Oh, that was gangster.
Because I mean, the man has a job. He works for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's a starting quarterback there. So what did he do? He set himself up for his future, because that's what you're supposed to do as a responsible man. Set you and your family up for a future. And how did he do it? By committing to Fox for 10 years, $375 million. The man has never called a football game in his life. And they're about to pay him $375 million.
I think Romo would still be better, but Tom Brady would be number 2.
I'm just, this is one of those things.
With you, man.
This is one of those situations. You can't really say anything about it until you actually hear him call the game.
Yeah.
Because nobody in their mama thought that Romo was going to be this good. If you said Romo was going to be this good, you're a lie. Tell me you're a lie.
Well, Romo's charismatic. He was always very well liked, right?
But
even in Dallas. And you missed the extra point, right? You can't win a playoff game, right? When you're the holder like this. Romo went through so much in Dallas and was still extremely well liked, right? One of those popular players in the NFL. He comes across like that on TV. The Brady thing, Reggie, is a whole nother level, right? He's charismatic and good looking, just like Romo. Brings all the TV, cards to the table. When you hear him talk about football, it's something else.
He's calling them plays before they happen.
If you thought, a lot of Romo in the last couple of years has been, I didn't realize he was that smart. Or I didn't realize he could, you know what I mean? He called that play, he called that defensive scheme before, or he knew exactly where the quarterback was throwing the ball. When Brady steps on that, gets up to that mic and starts talking about those games in real time, he's going to be so far ahead of Romo, the players on the field, the coaches that are calling the plays, the quarterbacks that heard the plays. He's going to tell you before an interception happens, right? This guy's going to be incredible, and you bring everything else that he has to say.
Are you trying to say that he's the best quarterback to ever play or something?
Well, no, he's trying to say he's the best analyst that ever.
He's the best quarterback that's ever played, but he's also he's an entire TV package.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
How do we know that though?
It's all over him. Even when he opened his mouth and talk, it's all over him. We know that. You know that, man. Man, that guy got a career outside this.
Well, the 375, that was on name because we said, we don't know what's going to be.
It's like of the Golden State Warriors right now. You know that after basketball, Draymond is going to be an analyst. He's going to be doing something.
He's going to be good. He's going to be good. Right.
He's going to take Charles' spot. That's what he's going to do.
I think that's the only thing Charles is hanging around for, so he can hand that off to Draymond.
Yeah.
So, was the Tuck rule a fumble?
I mean, he said it was.
Yeah. My thing is who Tom Brady's going to be paired with, because that's going to be something too. You got to have comfortability with who you're going to be paired with.
So let's ask this question: who's going to be better, Tom Brady or Joe Buck and Troy?
Before we answer that question, Fox had to make up. I didn't think Fox wanted to lose Joe Buck and Troy.
They didn't want to lose.
They didn't. They had to find a way out of that. Fox is gonna suffer a little bit until Brady gets there.
That's pretty good recovery though.
Yeah, depending on who they get to be by his side though.
And who's gonna take? I mean, because they went to ESPN, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Romo is with
CBS. Him and Jim Nance, I think. Yeah.
Everybody got their guy now, so it's gonna be interesting to see how it all unfolds.
Man, what is that? Oh my goodness! Stop. Can you?
Kevin Burkhardt.
Kevin Burkhardt.
That's who he's with in the booth.
Who's gonna do the games next year?
Who cares? Hopefully Lloyd doing it. Who cares?
I would love to do
Put
it.
the 5 in there with Lloyd. Lloyd know what he's
I would
talking
love
about.
to
He
do
know
it.
more than what
Tom.
he's talking about anyway.
Tom, tell these things what you see. That's exactly how we started. And I do it that way just to see his initial reaction.
Lloyd,
I think that's the price.
hey, Reggie, can you imagine Lloyd first game as an NFL analyst?
Oh,
They
gonna have a beat button ready.
I don't know how we got Baker Mayfield and Daniel Jones on the same team.
That's not how we go. That is not how we go at all.
See that I have missed the last week or two. What did we say that you brought up Baker? Where is he going?
Seattle. They waiting for him to be released. Seattle.
Well, Seattle said they didn't want him.
That's because they don't want the $18
They will
million.
pay for
They
him.
don't want the $18 million.
Right.
Right.
They want
No,
Baker
nobody wants the $18 million.
Nobody
They're not
wants-
gonna release him. They're not gonna release Baker.
I think he's going to Texans.
If Cleveland is smart, they do not release him because you don't know what the hell is going on with Deshaun Watson.
He gonna take 6 games. He might take 6
I'm
games.
gonna play him. Then I'll trade him.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me say this. If Baker Mayfield, after all that he has said and done,
Play for Cleveland Browns.
takes that deal, he is the chump that I always thought he was.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because first of all, $18 million is $18 million.
Hey, and what if Baker goes 4-2 or 5-1 or 6-0?
Trade bait.
No. Like I said,
I don't know. Can you put Deshaun Watson, who hasn't played an NFL game in 18 months, on the field?
I got this, fellas. I got this one.
Okay.
Right?
Hell yeah.
And Baker's 5-1, and
Hell yeah, you
Deshaun
can.
gets on there and throws 2 interceptions in the first half of his first game back.
You still trade Baker Mayfield.
Jesse, you gotta relax.
You gotta pay that money.
Because if Tom Brady didn't play for 2 years and you brought him back to the Patriots, would you play him?
You just compared Deshaun Watson to Tom Brady?
Oh,
Are you talking about skill set?
ooh.
You talking about skill set? What you talking?
Oh man,
I'll holler at you.
I think Baker Mayfield. I think
Yeah,
Baker
you
Mayfield.
talking skill set? What you talking?
I think Baker Mayfield will hold it down until Deshaun gets back, and then they'll trade him to the Texans.
I can't wait to see that chump do that. That's a chump move.
Yeah. Talk your noise.
It's a chump move.
He's a stat guy. Talk your noise.
did y'all just see that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did. I saw it. That's a chump move. If he does that, he's a chump. He's a chump. His wife is a chump.
Oh man, golly.
Because they was talking cash crazy. They disrespected us. Oh, my husband, my this and the other.
Busted wide open.
But 18 million though. That's
I'm sorry, y'all watching it. Y'all is busted wide.
I am watching the game too, though. I'm just trying to be a little
Oh,
more.
my bad. Jenny watching it too.
Yeah, I think we all watching it.
Too, so I was just low key about it.
We all watching it. We all watching
Boston and Milwaukee tied, and somebody just opened up Giannis like he got a huge cut on his eye. Somebody hit him in the face.
Yes. My bad.
Are you happy about that?
Golly.
You happy about Giannis getting hit in the face?
That wasn't for that. I apologize.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was communicating with my therapist.
Oh, okay.
That's what's about to happen.
Well, that's good news. That I'm glad she gave you good news, or he gave you good news.
Keeps me calm. She keeps me right.
She's messing with her chi right now. I like
Yeah,
it.
excited. The schedules come out tomorrow.
How you get?
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
We have a really good opponents list.
Tickets go on sale tomorrow?
All right, guess what? Lord, y'all played Dallas twice.
We always play Dallas twice.
Okay.
That's talking about. We always play Dallas.
That's some new news.
I tell
Oh,
you
we
what,
also play Jack.
Dallas got the Bears at home this year.
Yeah, we actually got a favorable schedule. I like where I like our opponents. I'll say that. I don't know. What
Yeah, because you're in the NFC East. It's always favorable.
Don't do that. Don't be like that.
Everybody on this panel agree with that, including Chad. Stop.
You know, you don't have to be that way. You don't.
Eagles may win the division this year.
No way.
Oh my God! Here we go.
We'll see.
Just because they got the best player in the draft, don't mean they're gonna win the division.
Washington's defense.
Nah.
Washington's defense.
Yeah, but you got a quarterback though. They don't have no quarterback.
Washington
don't have no quarterback.
Neither do the Giants. and if you want to speak the truth about what's going on, neither do the Cowboys.
That's why I didn't pick any of those three teams.
We gotta stop that.
Good shit, Jesse Wright. Okay.
You don't know what we got until Brian Dayball gets done tinkering and twisting and turning.
I know you had a good draft there, buddy.
We got Biggie Smalls on the offensive line, man. We're gonna be notorious.
You had a damn good draft, Lord. I will say that.
Yeah, we did good.
Hey, Brian Daboll may be a good coach, but he's not a genie. It's not rub me for 3 wishes and give him Josh Allen's physical skills.
Chill, Jesse.
Well, first of all, Jesse Wright. We don't know if Daniel Jones is going to be the quarterback yet.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
So it might be Baker Mayfield.
It's going to be Tyrod Taylor. It's going to be Tyrod Taylor.
It could be. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm fine with it all. Listen, I like where we're headed. I think we're going to win some games. I think our defense is going to be fantastic. And we might steal some games just on that alone. So I'm excited where we're going. So. But I'm very excited about the schedule coming out, see how it all unfolds. 30 seconds left in the game right now.
Come on, C's.
Giannis decides that,
he's going to the line.
Foul.
I don't know about that call.
It wasn't a foul, but that is one of those calls that they just call now. Yeah, if he goes down and you're standing there when he does, you're going to get called for a foul.
He can get that now. Back-to-back MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-NBA. You get those.
Yeah.
And Tatum doesn't. And that's the difference.
That's
He's a superstar.
Yeah, he's earned the right.
Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all think the NBA even got soft?
God, yes.
Every year, year by year. Absolutely. 100%.
Not even Charmin either. It's like the nasty.
Well, you gotta relax, man.
Okay. I was just gonna say it's like okay. it's pretty damn soft is all I can tell you.
Yeah.
How's that a foul?
Because what we just said, if you are they hit him in the face.
What they do? What are they?
He hit him in the face.
Yeah, he hit him in the face. Huh?
But was that before or after Giannis elbowed him in the chest?
Oh, that seemed a little salty.
Yeah, that Boston came right on out, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
It was like,
goodness.
While we are watching and monitoring the final points of this game, if y'all got any shout, I have one shout out that I want to give out collectively for all of us because it's definitely necessary. A peaceful journey to the great Bob Lanier.
Yes.
Absolute legend. Kiddos, and those that watch this on the rewatch. If you don't know who Bob Lanier is, go back and research it. One of the only men in the history to ever lead a team, a small college team, St. Bonaventure, led them to the tournament. It's unbelievable. It's incredible history, but just one of the genuinely nice guys of the league. And I don't know, man. You hate to see the legends pass like this, but that's what happens, man. Time passes, and so does the opportunity for your legends to live. So, our thoughts and condolences to the family of Bob Lanier. So, anybody else have any shout outs?
I thought he was white.
Hilarious.
No, because I saw it first thing in the morning, right? I hadn't got out of bed yet, and I was still like rubbing my eyes and shit. And it was I thought it was Bill Lambier, right? It's the
Oh, you thought it was? Oh, okay. I got you.
First thing my head went to, right? And then I actually went down and I was like, oh, wait, that's not who I think it is.
Would Bill Lambier get the same treatment as Bob Lanier, or would he get more of a Kevin Samuels type response?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but I know in his funeral, a lot of players gonna elbow him in his funeral.
I mean, right in the casket, just
the casket might get dropped.
And George gonna be the first one.
It's gonna be weird to see so many people stumbling. Oh wow, it's gonna be weird to see so many people stumbling into the casket, elbowing them in the head.
What did I just miss? What the heck was that?
Offensive rebound.
Offensive rebound by Bobby Portis. Milwaukee up 1 with 11 seconds left.
Hey, speaking of Milwaukee, anybody heard the scoop on Middleton? Is he coming back? Or?
From what I heard, there's a possibility he might see Game 6, but if that's only if I don't think he's going to play, but I think they're going to try to hold him out to Game 1 of the next series if they make the next series. Mm-hmm. But there's a possibility he could come back for Game 6 or 7.
Oh, I thought they said he was done for the playoffs today.
They did say that?
I haven't heard that.
I haven't heard it either.
The only person I heard that about was John Morant. So you may be breaking news for us today. Y'all talk amongst yourselves with your shout outs while I look that up because I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, I just go and give my shout out to nephew. Going back to do the OTAs and definitely praying for him and good health and just moving forward and getting on that 53. So shout out to him. Also shout out to my boy Twain Hall, who produced a track from The Deputy that was featured on All American on Monday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that definitely shout out to them dudes and definitely see more of those placements coming up.
That was a good episode too, by the way.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Gentlemen, any other shout out? We got any other shout out?
I'm trying to wait to see if I'm gonna have a shout out to Tatum or Giannis.
Oh!
Y'all must be behind. I'm ahead.
Yeah, I'm behind.
I must be behind because
I'm behind.
That's why I was just, if you hear me something 3 seconds ago, shaking my head.
Yeah, I'm behind.
I'm trying not to, if I'm ahead of it, I don't want to say nothing.
Wow, what a block. Golly.
Who blocked? What did I miss?
What's his name?
Drew Holiday just had maybe the block of the playoffs.
How many holidays is in the league?
3.
It's like 10 of them. I think it's 10 of them total. Holidays out here like the Winans. They just and Wayans. They out here in these streets. And they all they can all hoop.
Mama and daddy can hoop too.
Mama can hoop, daddy can hoop.
I didn't know it was one in Phoenix until the other night. I said, oh, that's another holiday player.
It's another holiday.
You got that one there. You got the one that ended with the Lakers, and you got the one in
Lotto, man. They hooping out here.
The one in Milwaukee, is the one in Milwaukee the better one?
I think he's the best one.
Yeah. Hands down.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about him that I love. That is a tough son of a gun.
He gonna dig into you.
I mean, he is tough. He's solid. He don't do nothing flashy, but he do everything right. He's tough.
Him and Marcus Smart remind me. They're them two players I would love to have on my team.
No question. You know what he reminds me of? Both of them remind me of the new, like they're like a Derek Fisher 3.0.
Yes, exactly.
Giannis got 40 again. That's getting boring.
I mean, he woke up. So the 40 was coming.
I've been watched several games, and it seems like they don't call it 5 seconds no more.
Because that was 5 seconds.
That was 10.
That was like 15 seconds. Okay, so if this game unfolds where it looks like it's about to, because for those of you who are wondering why the 5 is not going off the air yet, there are 6 seconds left in this game when we're all kind of watching it. Milwaukee's up 109-107 with 5.9 seconds left. And Pat Connaughton is at the free throw line.
He hit 3. He hit both. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We're a few seconds behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. If this game unfolds the way that Okay, hold on.
Reggie, are we going in overtime?
Oh, the game is over. They just stole it.
Oh,
Your boy Holiday.
Drew Holiday with 2 massive defensive plays to end this game. Wow.
I mean, these damn young guys in Boston ain't doing nothing for me. You hear me?
There you go.
You feel me? I want to give a shout out to Jesse and his young crew.
It's too soon. It's too soon. You got to give him time.
Golly.
And what's the crazy thing about it is it happened between the 2 players we were just talking about.
I know, man.
Who the 2 players?
Marcus Smart and Holiday.
Both of them first team All NBA defense.
Jeez.
I mean, he stripped him clean too.
That's tough.
He stripped him clean. There wasn't no foul.
You look a little worried up there, Jess.
Hey, 30% since 2000, 30% of playoff series in the NBA where the team that lost Game 5 ended up winning the series. 30%. 6 series right now in this NBA playoffs will have a 2-2 record going into the 5th game. 3 in the first round, 3 in the second round. Boston just lost, right? None of the 3 teams in the first round won their series. And so the odds are that one of the 3 in the second round are going to.
You're saying there's a chance.
It's always a chance. Always a chance.
My boy be putting them stats up, man. Like, seriously. Well, let me give you another stat.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
2008 is the last time y'all won a championship.
Yeah,
that's the only one that you need to be worried about right now. You hear me? You see that banner back there? You see that banner back there? All right, I'm done.
I appreciate the stat, Jesse. You are our stat master on this show. Hear me, good people of Boston.
Call them what they are, Beantown.
Hear me, good people of Beantown. Don't make no Western Conference final fans. I mean, no Eastern Conference final plans. It's not gonna happen.
I want to hear it from your mouth. Are y'all going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals? I want to hear it from your mouth.
Yes.
Ooh. You got money to back that up?
So you're Lord, you're saying Milwaukee is going to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right. I'm saying.
You said it too.
Yeah, I'm saying it's done. They're not. Milwaukee's not going to let this go back to Boston.
Hey, Lord, I just ran out of gas. Anyway, I can catch a ride with you.
Oh yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. Come on. I even stopped for snacks earlier, so you're fine. You ain't got to put nothing up. Filled up the tank. Good. We good.
Man.
We're going to Milwaukee for some bratwurst.
What was this game at? In Boston?
This is in Boston.
What you want to do, Jesse? You want to catch another flight to Milwaukee? What you want to do? Tell me, because you ain't going to see your team play no more this year. What you want to do?
Wow. I'm done.
Wow. That's the truth. I'm done. Listen, I want y'all to think about this. Milwaukee will be a fool to let this go back to Boston. That is not going to happen.
Giannis going to score 60.
Giannis going to go for 55.
Right. I just don't see him letting this. I just don't see it. But stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened, but I
give my shout out. I'm done.
Give me a shout out. This is all Reggie's fault. Reggie should be stirring the pot, and then he stepped back and watch what happens.
I got a shout out.
Uh-oh.
Shout outs to Jason Tatum and his Game 6 performance. Because I'm telling you right now, the Celtics' last 2 losses to Milwaukee, one of which was in Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. The other game they won, by the way. Tatum is 2 for 17 from 3-point range after going 38% during the regular season. And they lost those games combined by a total of 5 points. 4 for 17 doesn't even get him to 25%.
I love the stats. I do. I really do. It's awesome.
It's trying to be a mental thing. Hopefully it don't become a mental thing for him.
Hear me, good people of Beantown. Go ahead and put the baked beans on the stove.
That's a tough way to lose.
Y'all are never going back to Milwaukee.
It's a tough way to lose.
All right.
Lloyd, baked beans is how we celebrate championships.
Is that right? Oh, well, then take the baked beans off the stove then. Put that away.
That's what they call us Bean Town.
All right, go ahead, Reggie. What's your shout out?
Oh man. Hey, shout out to, like I said, I've been missing. Shout out to John, nephew. Hey man. Hey, like I told him, he belongs there, brother. He belongs there. So other than that, man, shout out to the NBA. It's found its love back to my heart. NBA, down far, or whatever that is, where you know all that.
You got to go Shakespeare on us.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
But no, I'm good, man.
All right. Jesse, Cam, which one of y'all?
I want to give definitely gonna give a shout out to the nephew. Do your thing, man. Just go out there and play now. You go do what you do. Just do what you do best, you know. And then I'm gonna give a shout out to Lloyd on here because we had to have some conversations, and Lloyd had to have some conversations with nephew to get him back to where he needs to be and look him up deep. And it was all of that to produce what we got right now.
No shout out necessary there. We just ain't nothing but family thing.
I gotta give you flowers while you're here, man. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and then you know what I mean? Like I'm on Reggie bandwagon, man. Shout out to the NBA, man. All these games are good, man. This has been a good thing. You know, I ain't got no complaints with none of the NBA basketball right now.
I agree. 100%.
And then shouts out to Brandon Ingram for making his way back to the Lakers. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, that would be so wonderful. That preaching you just did. I mean, you gave your all in all in that text.
I'm not talking to anybody on this panel right now. I'm talking to
Come on.
Jimmy. I'm talking to Jimmy.
Hold on. Let me tell you something, boy. You preach that thing. Where you at? You preach that thing, boy. You preach that. Man, that was a good sermon.
And that was second. That came out of 2 Psalms 5 and 6.
Come on. I heard everything you said. I felt that in my spirit. All right, Jesse. What in the
trash
world?
around your neck there, boy.
Are you about to go Kevin Garnett on us? Anything is possible.
No, doing my I don't know. I'm trying to figure out something new. Maybe it's the soccer look. Maybe I do the soccer scarf.
But no, that's gonna help your team win because y'all going to Milwaukee. Y'all in trouble.
Point spread in Milwaukee's Boston +10 right now. I think we're
The
okay.
point spread on my cash app is whatever you want.
Oh my. Boy, that escalated quickly.
That was
Okay.
aggressive.
Okay.
That was aggressive.
Yeah, it was went from here to here real fast.
I'll take 12 points on Friday.
12 points.
Well, God no.
You said the point spread's whatever I want.
No.
12?
No, we're not gonna do that, Jesse. Right? You know
You wanted to pay you for a blowout?
Jesus Christ. Boy, wrong.
Oh no, I was giving him 12, but
Yeah, I had the same look, man.
There she is. Hold on, let me go ahead and give you a shout out, but I'm keeping her on the screen.
hey baby, say Celtics. First words.
We'll do it, Harley.
No.
Harley, you have colic all night if you say that.
Hey Cam, can I teach somebody their first words?
You did. Tell him.
That's
Real talk,
blasphemy.
Lord.
Your stomach will be toe up, Harley. If you
Hey,
do that.
little Cam's first words were Nowitzki.
Oh.
Oh, man.
This guy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Jess, are you giving a shout out or now? Are we moving on? What we doing?
I got Tatum.
Oh, that was a real shout out. You standing on that
Baby.
on that Game 6 performance? Well, then let me give my final shout out. Shout out to Giannis for slamming the door shut.
Ooh. Choosing violence tonight. Choosing violence. Goodness.
That's just where I'm at tonight. I don't know. Listen, everybody loves the 5. I love the 5. I enjoy the 5. It's good to have Reggie back. Good to have Harley making a guest appearance. Even though she looked like she ready to take a nap, she's like, "This ain't the show that I wanted to watch."
This ain't Coco Melon.
I told you I wanted to see Coco Melon. This ain't Coco Melon. I don't know these people. We good people though, baby. We good people. We good people. We love you to death. All right. We gonna bounce. Y'all have a good one. Man, the 5. Y'all know what it is. Peace.
Peace.
I will get you 10 when you're plugging in with the there's no mystery. Let's make history with the 5. Oh, the strongest. 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me and you.